What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ranch. All right, guys, I'm gonna take my mosquito netting off for you for a second. But man, it is brutal right now here in mid-May in upstate New York. I don't know how I used to do this kind of stuff without these little silly $6 things. I'll include a link to them if you're interested. If you're not trying them, give it a shot. All right, there we are. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ranch again. I'm in the corner of my kill plot. It's May 15th. The bugs are biting. The deer are out in full force, hitting my kill plot here. You could see my tree stand in the background. We're like in the far corner of this little kill plot circle here. It's about a 30-yard shot to the camera. And this food plot is now coming into its really third season, but really second season that I've actually been trying to do stuff with it. And I wanted to dive in and show you what this looks like here, mid-May, coming back and growing beautifully and green. From that angle, before we dive in, you could see the rye is poking up, and rye is so important. Cereal rye comes back first in the spring, in that May, in March. So before everything else starts leafing out and greening up, your rye is gonna start to pop and grow. And the deer absolutely love it when it's young and sprouty and it just has these little shoots. But now when it gets stemmy like this, they stop using it so much. But we've given the clover enough time to fill back in underneath while they were feeding on the rye. So the rye is going to keep growing tall, prevent some weeds, and let that clover fill in on the understory underneath that. I also have a bunch of chicory in here. I threw some of the vitalized seed soil builder, or nitro boost I should say, in here. And I'm not seeing a lot of diversity on that, but I'm seeing a ton of clover, a ton of chicory, and a ton of rye. And I'm gonna jump you in here and show you close up what this looks like, how lush this is. I mean, I just checked the camera I put in a month ago, about the end of April, so a little less than a month, and I had 800 photos. I have like 5 or 6 deer in here every night. I have a fox that ran through here. I have a beautiful bobcat that ran through here. He looked pretty big. I'd love to catch up with him. I haven't gotten one of them before. All right, let's dive in. Let me show you what this is looking like up close and personal. If you don't mind, I'm gonna put my mosquito netting back on. All right in the spot where I was just standing. Let's dive in real close. Right here in this spot, I mean, look at the clover. Look at how lush it is in my hand. Look at the rye standing up. I have some crimson clover that's coming in that's starting to make a beautiful seed. We have a lot of nice stuff in here that's totally palatable and edible to our deer. I mean, this is gorgeous. This is what you really want to see in your food plot in May. I mean, there is nothing wrong with what I'm seeing here. I mean, here we go. Here's some beautiful chicory shoots coming up. That one's nice and thick. I mean, some of the chicory in here is really just beautiful and leafy. Here we go, man. Kill plot, mid-May. And again, there is my tree stand. I'm not sure if I pointed it to it correctly before. And I'm in the corner at about a little over a 30-yard shot. But this is all a kill plot should be. I got this log here that directs them and holds them in this corral. A little escape into like a bedding nook right here. Kind of comes down. And I totally circle them out in here and let them come up from below the stand, down in here where I have trails, up from across the street. And they zigzag up or come down from over here, which is all clover and chicory. I mean, look at this as I move. There is nothing wrong with this. This is why I have tons of deer in here. Look at this. This is my trail that they just come along the trail here, right up into my stand. Got a nice little hinge cut here. I mean, look at how thick this is. I mean, sure, I have some Japanese barberry. Who doesn't? Always working on that, always cutting that back, but I'm kind of also using it as little like blockades and traffic directors. I know someone just lost their mind that I said I'm using it and not just losing it immediately, but it's not something you could just eradicate all at once. You do a little bit at a time every year. All right, man. I'm not gonna go too much further into this area here because this is a heavy trail. This is kind of like a travel corridor right now. I mean, there is a ton of chicory I'm seeing. This is super exciting. And then this area pinches down the deer, and they come from like right in here, up and in here, and they zigzag, and it pinches them down between this tree and this tree right here. And when that happens, boom, I'm already right here in my stand. I am all ready to go. And when they get to the base of this log, it's time for them to go. And this is a beautiful shot right here. Bang. I think I moved the camera too fast. All right, so, well, look at that. Found a weed. We got a dandelion here. If you didn't know, dandelions mean soil compaction. So what that usually means is there's a lot of compaction of the soil here. And that makes sense. This is the edge of the food plot. So for it to be compact here, kind of makes sense. I don't have a lot of the good root system of the other plants loosening the soil and making it grow correctly. So the taproot on that goes down and breaks up the soil. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. And it's right here on the edge of my food plot, so I kind of live with that. The whole food plot was dandelions. I'd be in a little bit of more of a worry. All right, moving along the edge here. I'm gonna come right to the base of the stand. So here on the corner of the food plot, in this cage, I have some of my red osier dogwood that I stuck some sticks in last spring, and this is now coming out through a whole winter, coming out into the spring this year. So I'm gonna say it has to be caged because the deer will just nip it off. So it's not feeding deer, but at least it's attracting deer as it really establishes and kind of like puts a smell, I feel. I mean, if you had to eat this, you would smell it and be able to know it's here. They've nipped the ends that are growing out of the cage, and I'll just let this really establish and let them mow and take this out of the cage right here on the edge of that kill plot. Beautiful, man. And that's a little tour of my beautiful kill plot. Spin around. Here's my camera. There's my access trail along the back. I come in, I'm able to check the camera without stepping into the food plot at all. And I'm able to get up into the stand here and never get my wind, my smell. I never cross into this at all. And this is a really nice little spot for deer. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Take a look at some things in my description, my affiliate links. If you want to support the channel, I do appreciate it. And I'm going to keep the content coming. Big and Clover Ranch, 2025. Kill plot's looking great, mid-May.